Yes, hello children. See, electricity we're going to discuss today. Electricity topic. It is not so new topic to you, right, children? So, what is electricity? Yes, ma'am. See, electricity is also one of the form of energy, right? See, in case of your home, what energy you are using for you to blow your bulb, fan, to run the fan? Okay, what energy are you using, children? Electrical energy only, right? Are you clear, children? What is electrical energy? It is a one of the form of energy only. Okay, it will have lot of advantages in the world. So imagine there is no electricity. Okay, what will happen, children, if there is no electricity for one day at least? Imagine the day without electricity, everything is stopped in your home. Okay, so one day, 1 month. So it is very difficult to imagine the world without electricity. That much we depending on the electricity. So such an important topic we're going to learn today, that is electricity and what is it, how it will form and what is the definition, everything of this. Let us see first, to understand electricity, definitely we need to understand what is the atom. Okay, children, I think chemistry, you might have know what is the atom. Yes, children, any ideas what is atom? See, atom.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, atom will be containing, children, what? Proton and the neutrons will be present inside the atom, and the electrons will be revolving outer shells. Yes, children, the electrons will be revolving around the atom like this, in the different shells like this. Right, children, this is what the atom, in a different form it will revolve. You can see the picture in your book given nicely, but here it is just for your understanding I wrote. Proton, neutrons will be present inside the atom, and electrons will be freely revolving around the nucleus. Because nucleus having the energy, it is like a earth is pulling us, no, like that. Nucleus, protons and neutrons are combined together. No, this is what we call nucleus, children. In the, because of this nucleus, the force will be attracting this electrons towards this. Because of that, it is revolving. Suppose some other force will come to pull this back outwards, so electron will jump. So this jumping of electrons only leads this electricity. So what is this electricity means? Suppose let us take a conductor, children. Inside a conductor, you know, there is a number of atoms are there. Okay, like this number, n number of atoms are there. So electron will jump. Suppose when you push this electron by applying external force, this electron will jump to next atom. Like that, again next atom to next atom. Like that, the jumping of electrons taking place from one atom to another atom. That is what we call it as the electricity. Electricity is nothing but what, children? The flow of electrons in a conductor. Right, children? The flow of electrons in a conductor is called as electricity or electric current we call. See, what is the meaning of current? Search in the dictionary. Current meaning of just it is flow. When water is flow, that is water current. When sound is flow, that is sound wave, electric current. This is what current means. Okay, children? I just okay, this is nothing but current. When electrons are flowing, that is called as electric current. Understood, children? So in case of a conductor, okay, children, atoms will be there. No, this atoms, electrons will be traveling from one atom to another atom like this. The flow of electrons inside the atom. So this is coming from one end to another end, the electrons will be moving. Okay, that moving of electrons, that flow of electrons, what we call as the electric current. Yes, children? समझना है सबको? What is electric current? Clear, right? The flow of electrons in a conductor is called electric current. So this is the structure of atom. Based on that, we're going to understand that. Next coming, electric charges. Electric charge. So before electric charge, I'll just convey one thing. Conductors and the insulators. What are these conductors means? They will allow electrons to flow through them. They're called as conductors. And insulators means the materials which does not allow electrons to flow. Okay, here in case of insulator material, the atoms are tightly bound with the electrons, whatever free electrons are there. No, they're tightly bound with the nucleus so that they're not allowing to go out. Okay, they're just tightly bound. In that condition, electrons will not flow. Here, no, in case of conductor, this is a very freely bound. Okay, they are freely bound so that a very less energy is enough to remove the electrons and it make to flow for one atom to next atom like this. Jumping will be taken. But here, since they are tightly bound, how much external force we apply also, electrons won't be come out from this atom. So in that condition, we what we call as insulators. Tell me, children, any good examples of conductors? Yes. All metals.
Ma'am,
right?
water.
No. Okay.
Ma'am,
All
water.
I'll tell how water
Metals.
will be. All the metals are the good conductors, and the insulators means let us take plastic. Okay, the plastic is a good insulator we can take. And you're telling no about water, children. See, water is a two types of water we can tell. One is a distilled water. Distilled water means that it will all the salts are removed, all the salts and minerals. See, what you are home the pure water, you get distilled water, you know. In case of chemistry laboratories for chemical purpose, they use this distilled water. That distilled water does not containing any salts in it. So that is the insulator, because to conduct electricity in case of liquids, ions are required, ions and metals are required. In the water, distilled water, all the metals are removed, no, so that it will act like an insulator. But normal water or your tap water, it will be containing the minerals like magnesium is present, iron content is present, and some ions will be present, so that will be helps, and the salts will be present right in the water, so that it will be a conductor. Understood, children? Normal water is a conductor, but a distilled water is not a conductor. Remember, children. Suppose if you take a normal water and add distilled water and then add salt to this, that time it will conduct. I hope this is clear regarding water and conductors and insulators. Right, children? Let us understand electric charge. What is the meaning of this electric charges? Actually, Benjamin Franklin did a kite experiment. Have you heard about the kite, children? I think you might have played with the kite like this, right? In case of wind, you can play this kite. When it is connected with some string, the string you are going to hang, hold, and you can fly in the sky. But same done experiment Benjamin Franklin also. Benjamin Franklin. He was a scientist and he was a minister in the US also, and at the time when he was there. So at that time, what will happen when he going to fly this kite? It is connected. Suppose your kite will be connected with the thread, but he taken it is a metal wire. Very thin metal wire is taken and connected to like this, and this is fly in the time of lightning. You know, no, lightning and thunderstorm comes in case of rainy season. In that season, he just fly this kite. So in the case of lightning, in the lightning is there, the charges from this lightning means what, children? The liberation of charges in the sky. That time this charges is passes through this metal string, and because metal is a conductor, all the charges will coming through this, and when he is holding one key is connected at the end, in that key all the charges will come and stored in the metal key. This is a metal key he connected. When you are home to open the door and all, you just use a key, no, metal key. Like that key he connected at the end. In that key, the charges will be stored. When he touch, Benjamin Franklin touches key, no, surplus is not happen to anything, but it will get the shock. You get the electric shock that time. So from this experiment, he get to know that in the lightning, there is a charges are present. See, usually what we think, so much of lightning is coming in the sky, we just enjoy that lightning. But Benjamin Franklin thought that so much of energy, electric energy is wasting in the sky. How can I use it? How can I store it? And I can use it for the later nights also. Like that he think, and he just stored that energy in the form this, and he done so many experiments. And he is the first person in case of 1752. Okay, in that time he is a person who give an idea regarding the electricity. That means we can able to store the charges, and again he do so many experiments and he give ideas. But if anybody asks who is the first person give idea regarding the electricity, means Benjamin Franklin. Clear, children? Benjamin Franklin. Okay, I hope this is clear. What are conductors, what are insulators, what is electricity, and regarding the structure of atom, everything is clear, right, children? Let us go for next concept. Yeah, next one is electric charge. I told you what is electric charges. Electric charge. See, electric charges is of two types of electric charges. Two types. One is the positive charge, one is negative charge. Okay, children, positive charge and negative charge. So how you get to know how they present means? Suppose you will take one comb. Okay, let us take one comb and rub your hair in your hair and put on the small, this is a comb. Okay, plastic, not wood comb, children, plastic comb I taken, rub in my hair like this, just I rub in my hair and keep on the small paper bits here. Okay, very small paper bits. See, you observe that the paper bits are attracted to this comb. Okay, why it will happen? So That is because reason is that this electric charges, when you rub, no, when you're going to rub, all the charges will be stored on the metal surface only, because plastic is an insulator, right children? Plastic is an insulator, so it would not passes through the metal. Whatever where you rub, no, in that place only all the charges will be accumulated, so that only the paper bits going to attract to this. Suppose instead of plastic, if I take a metal scale will come, no, for you children, you are using metal scale, no? If I use metal scale and rub in my hair and keep on the paper bits, no paper bits will attract to this. Why? Because in metal scale, if a charges will to come here, when the charges will come, because metal is a conductor, right? So all the charges will be go through all over the body, so that no enough charges to attract this paper bits. Understood children? So this is what we call as the charges will be present. When you rub, no, the charges will be stored on the surface. That's what we call charges are two type, positive and the negative charges. Our best example, if you take your hand, okay, small hairs, small, very fine hairs will be present on your hand, no? If you keep near the screens, like a computer screen or near the TV screens, you can keep, you observe that hairs will stand. Initially, they will be like flattened. If you place near the new plastic covers and all, your hairs will be getting straight like this. Okay, that's not like any attraction. That is because of two kind of charges present in positive charge and negative charge from the screen. They will try to attract and your hairs will going to straighten up. Okay, children, this is all because of the electric charges. I hope this is clear to you. So this here the properties of this charges is, if the like charges are there, negative or positive, what happens is that they will going to repel each other. And when negative and positive are positive and negative charges are there, they will going to attract each other. Understood children? They will going to attract and they will going to repel. How the magnetic poles, no, if you place north and north pole, they will going to repel. If you place north with the south pole, attract. So like and unlike charges, no, same thing here also. Repulsion, attraction will going to taking place. I hope this is clear children. Electric charges are of two types, positive charges and the negative charges. If like charges are there, they're going to repel each other. If unlike charges are there, they're going to attract each other. Okay, this is about your concept one children. I hope this is clear. So, and charge of electron. Charge of electron is represented with the E, that value is given in 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, this minus charge of electron. And charge of proton is given by plus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay, for proton and electron difference is that here negative sign will come, here positive sign will come. Okay, this is the charge of electron and the proton. And for a neutron, it is no charge. For neutron, it is neutral. That's why it is no charge at all. Understood, children? And whatever we are studying, when the charges is at rest, in case of plastic, all the charges will be at present here attracting papers. No, when charges is at rest and studying all these charges when at rest, we call as a electrostatics. Electrostatics. And when the charges are moving, in case of conductors, we call it as a electric current. That is what moving. Okay, electric current, matlab what children? Charges are at moving. When the charges are at rest, this is called electrostatics. I hope this is clear, children, everyone. Okay, this is regarding the concept 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see some
Okay,
questions on this and we'll go for concept 2. I would start not to give questions, but if the questions are there, definitely you get clear more. Okay, let us see the first question. You just try to answer, children. Electric charge is charge of a. Okay, first question is like this. Children, charge of electron is, what is the charge of electron, children? Minus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, right, children? So charge of neutron is 0. Okay, so no problem. This concept I'll give you later, children. We'll discuss next concept better first, because so easy questions you can able to solve, or else tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay, source of electric current. Tell me, children, what you know about the sources of electric current. Where you will get electric current? From where you will get electric current, children? Don't tell from the mails. Yes, guess, children, from where you will get electric current? Unmute? No. I hope you are a good student. Where you will get electric current? You are using bulbs, fans, everything, no? Tell me, Ma.
Mom, on a street.
Very good. So you will get electric current from the power stations, right, children? From the power station, electricity is going to produce. Okay, right, children? From power stations, you will get this electric energy. They're going to create the electric energy, and they will transfer it through the electrical wires, right, children? Electrical wires, like conductors, they're going to use to transfer this energy, right, children? They'll use the conductors to transfer this energy. After transferring this energy, where they're going to store? They're going to store in your main boxes and all, and they will pass us to your inside, okay, into the electrical appliances from your home. Okay, children, this is where the complete cycle is taking place. But try to understand the source of electrical current. The sources are, main source is power stations. There are different types of power stations are there. Can you tell me, children, power? Yes, children, different power stations you can see, no? Like electric power, hydro power stations and thermal power stations, right, children? Thermal power stations where the coal is going to burn and you will get the energy, and hydro, from water you will get hydroelectric power stations, and wind. Nowadays the fans in the hilly areas, they will keep no wind power stations. From wind means you will get the electrical energy. And biochemical reaction, using some biochemical reactions also they will get the electrical energy. And nowadays we are famous, it is solar electrical energy. From sun to also we're going to create the solar panels, we're going to keep and creating the solar electrical energy, right, children? All this we're going to producing. So this is a different sources of electrical energy, children, right? We are converting all the sources to what? Electrical current we are converting, and that will we are using in a day-to-day life. And suppose imagine if current is not there in your home. Okay, one day power is lost. What you going to on, children? You are going to on the battery, right? Your batteries you are going to on torch lights, what we call. Okay, the torch light. What is the source of that torch light? Okay, the torch light. The source is what, children? It is a cell only, right? Inside the torch light, just to open the torch light and view what is there inside. The cells will be there, right, children? The cells. The cell what we call as a dry cell it is actually. Okay, the cell what we call dry cell. So inside the dry cell, actually this is what a metal case, and the down it will be like small hump will be there, and this which is a upside is positive and the downside it will be a negative, and in between here to here the carbon rod will be present, and outer zinc coating. Okay, zinc case, and inside the carbon rod. Okay, carbon rod will be at the present at inside. So you can observe any over cells if you take in a home and just try to open and see, children. Inside you can observe the black rod. Okay, the straight rod, children. This is a black rod you can observe. That means this will act like a positive, and zinc case will be act like a negative. So both will be gives you. Okay, if you want to ask any doubts, children, please unmute, raise your hand. Okay, we're back.
I'm from Ayman district.
That's what. Okay, fine. Try to understand, children. This is what the composition of the cell. It is a positive and a negative ends will be there. The charges will be transferred from positive to negative. And here the chemicals, aluminum oxide, some chemicals will be there. That chemicals they're going to combine the reactions. Okay, chemicals undergoes the chemical reaction and producing their energy. That is from chemical energy to electrical energy we are producing in the case of the dry cells. Okay, children. And the next one is. If two or more cells are connected, no, that is what we call as a battery. Okay, if one cell is there, this is called a cell. If two or more cells, suppose two cells are there, that is called as a battery. Understood, children? This is, yeah. Next one is bulb. If suppose enough cell is there, you cannot get the energy. Definitely, what we require, you require the bulb. So bulb will be containing the filament, ordinary light. Before I am writing this, ordinary bulbs, that is what we incandescent bulb, they will be containing the filament inside. Right, children? They'll be containing filament. What is that filament made of, children? Tungsten. Right, children? This is what I called as a filament. Filament of the bulb. And this is again, the bulb will have the two terminals. One will be wire coming here and one wire will go down. This wire negative and positive, like that. Two terminals are there for the bulb. Okay, children, it will be support for connection, and entire filament and this inert gases will be filled in inside, and it will be connected to the glass chamber. Okay, children, glass mount we call, it will be connected like this. Understood, children? This is clear, children? So bulb and the filament of the bulb, what we going to use, this is a tungsten filament. Why we going to use only tungsten filament means, because tungsten is a material which having very high melting point. It won't melt at the easily with the low temperatures. It will be melted very high temperatures, so that it will be sustained and give the particles, light emitting particles to out. And here inert gases will be filled. That will be helps us to stimulation of light, giving energies. Okay, regarding the bulb, I hope clear. And what is a switch? Switch is a operator, a device which is having again two terminals, which will be used for on and off of the circuit. We can use a symbol to write the switch. I think in your home you can observe the switch like lint hump, like this structure. Okay, it will go just on and off. The purpose we're going to use on or off. We're going to use the switches in the circuit. So let us draw one simple circuit. Children, it will containing the bulb. The symbol of the bulb we can use like M letter and with a circle. This is a circuit symbol. Okay, and connecting the battery or the cell. We're going to write this is positive and a small line is negative terminal and connected like this. And we're going to connect the cell like this. Okay, children, this is the simple circuit. This is a switch and this is a cell and this is children? This is a bulb. Okay, children, and this is the current. When current is passing, this is what we call connecting wires or conducting wires. Conducting wires. Yes, children, this is clear, everyone? No response. Yes, children, this is clear what I am telling. Okay, and let us see some of the, yes, Rohit, unmute ma. Rohit, unmute. Rohit, raise the hand. Okay, if you're not able to unmute, I'll just check my once. All right, I am not given option to unmute. Yes, you can unmute now. Yes, I think you can unmute now. You wanted to have any doubts, children? No doubts? Okay, let us see next one. The symbol of various parts of the circuit. We can use a symbol like this is a, I'll just clearly write neatly, children. See, symbol and what is the component? Internet issues, I know, understood. Try to see that, ma. Try to understand. It will come 1 or 2 minutes. Will be late. Okay, positive, negative, like that. So 2 or more cells are connected. No, this is what we call as a battery, and only one. Yes, children, now you can just observe. We can write the symbols of different components. Let us take components. How can I write symbols of this electrical components? Symbols. See, component, let us take first cell. I can represent the cell like this, children. Okay, one is a bigger line indicates positive end and a smaller line indicates a negative end. This is the structure of this cell. And I want to write the battery. Battery means it is a combination of 2 or more cells. So we can write like this. One cell connected with the second cell and this is connected with the third cell. Okay, two or more cells is called as a battery. And the next one, cell battery. Next, voltmeter and ammeter are, we can use switches first. Open switch. Open switch is write like this, children. We can write open switch like this. And it is a closed one. Closed switch, how can we write? It is write like this. One end is connected like this. This is the symbol of the closed switch. Okay, children. Next comes a bulb. Bulb, we can write it as the M letter. Okay, just write M. Sometime in some books they will give this round, or if you don't write round, only M also correct. Okay, this is symbol of the bulb. Next one is ammeter. Ammeter is a device. It is used to find the current. Clear, children? Ammeter is a device used to find the current in the circuit. How much current is going in the circuit? We can find using the ammeter. And the next one is voltmeter. Voltmeter. Voltmeter is a, okay, children, last 10 minutes. Voltmeter is a device used to find the potential difference or voltage, how much is going in the circuit, that is given by voltmeter. And instead of open and close switch, we can use the key also. Key symbol of the plug key is, this is the plug key symbol. Okay, open key and plug minus and plus. This is the symbol of key also we can use instead of switches. Okay, children. And the next, fuse wire. Okay, the wire which is connecting, no, which we call as a fuse wire, or connecting wire. Just we can put like this. This is a connecting wire, or we can use the symbol like this. This is for crossed wire. It's not attached this wire. One wire is crossed over the other. We can use this as a cross wire. Cross wire or just conducting wire. We can use the symbols like this. Okay, these are different components. And one is resistance. Resistance, opposition offered in the material to the flow of electrons in a conductor, given by resistance. Resistor we call. The device is called resistor. Okay, children, these are the different components. We'll go little higher classes in the CPS. You know, all the terms we're going to understand. But now don't need to worry about so much. What is this component symbols? Please practice this. Okay, children. Okay, thank you all. I think the last few minutes are there.